My name is Diana Hamilton, and I'm the director of the Baruch College Writing Center. The Writing Center provides free support to all Baruch undergraduate and graduate students, from first years navigating the transition to college writing to graduate students working on their master's theses. This video will walk you through our services and show you how to sign up for a session with a professional writing consultant. We offer one-to-one synchronous consultations, both in person and online, written feedback, which is our asynchronous service by email, interactive group workshops, and writing guides. Our writing consultants are experienced college instructors and writers themselves. Everyone holds a graduate degree in their field, and in addition to their work at Baruch, they teach at a range of institutions across the city. They're also published writers of criticism, fiction, poetry, translation, and essays. They're here to help you improve your writing and English language skills. There's no writer too strong or too weak to benefit from our services. For example, the teachers on our staff also turn to each other for feedback on drafts quite regularly. Every writer needs a reader, and that's really one of the principles that grounds the work we do. To go into a little bit more detail about each of our services, the primary service is that 50-minute one-to-one session. In person, they're held at our location on the 8th floor of the Newman Vertical Campus, room 8185. In an online session, you could meet by video, audio, or text-only chat with your consultant. We can work with you on any reading or writing project at any stage in the writing process. Every day, for example, we help students who are trying to understand their assignment's expectations, who need help starting to get their ideas down on the page, who have notes they need organizing or outlining, or who just want one more person to look at a final draft to make sure it's polished before they turn it in. Whether you're working on assignments for this class, for other courses, or on cover letters, applications, or creative writing, we're here to support you. Written feedback by email is our asynchronous service where you upload a draft with a few questions and receive revision recommendations by email, generally within a few days of submission. On request, we can also send you a brief video walkthrough of your consultant's comments. We run weekly workshops, sometimes bi-weekly, focused on core academic and professional writing skills. The schedule for that varies. Generally, it's weekday evenings and Friday afternoons, but we try to make sure that it's flexible. And for that reason, we hold most of them online by Zoom to help students fit them into a busy calendar. Workshops are a great way to get focused instruction on the most important academic and professional writing moves. We have workshops on analyzing texts, developing thesis statements, case study analyses, cover letters, writing personal statements, etc. With a group of other motivated students, you'll spend 75 minutes learning and practicing specific strategies. If you're a leader of a student group or club, you should know that we'd also love to partner with you on an event. Student groups often invite us to present one of our existing workshops at a club event, but sometimes they also email us and ask us to develop a one-off presentation for a special event. If you're interested, just email us at writing.center@baruch.cuny.edu and let us know what you have in mind. To support your independent work, we curate a collection of writing guides. Some were developed in-house for our workshops. Others link to resources from external sites that we often use in session. For example, if you're looking for a guide to MLA formatting, you can consult the research and source use guides. Finally, we also publish a journal of Baruch student writing, the Lexington Review. There, you'll find strong examples of the writing that your peers are doing for their classes at the college. The Writing Center's consultants act primarily as engaged, invested, non-evaluative readers. We'll observe your strengths while we help you identify skills to develop. All of our consultants are prepared to help multilingual writers work to improve their English language skills, and we'll work together to identify helpful models of grammar, syntax, academic vocabulary, and organization to help you become a stronger editor of your own work. Keep in mind, though, that everyone on our staff is a teacher, not an editor, so they won't directly proofread or rewrite or copy edit your work for you. Responsibility for the final draft remains with you, which also means that you get to make your own decisions about where and how you want to revise. To give you a sense of what a common session looks like, the structure and focus, of course, depends on your project, but the 15-minute sessions are usually divided in the following way. You'll spend the first 5 to 10 minutes setting goals, talking with your consultant about what you're working on, where you're at in the drafting process, and what you're hoping to get out of the session. Based on that conversation, you'll set goals for the remaining time together. And then the majority of the session is spent actively working towards those goals. You'll write a lot, taking notes, brainstorming, revising, and drafting. Your consultant will help you learn and practice strategies for reading strategically, citing and responding to sources, developing arguments, meeting audience needs, revising for clarity. There's a lot of conversation and plenty of time to answer questions along the way. As you approach the end, you'll work with your consultant to write a session record, which describes what you learned, how you learned it, and how you can use it for future writing. You'll receive this record by email, and you can also ask your consultant to send a copy to your instructor. If you'd like to know a little bit more before scheduling an appointment, I recommend reading through our guide for first-time visitors on the website. Once you're ready to schedule an appointment, click the Schedule an Appointment button on our homepage, which will take you to our schedule, where you log in with your Baruch username and password. If it's your first time, you'll be prompted to create an account. Complete the requested fields, click Register, and then log back in using the same credentials to view the schedule. If you have a problem with your login, BCTC should be able to help, but we also list some troubleshooting options in our FAQs. Once you're logged in, you'll be taken to a calendar screen where available appointments appear in white. Some consultants are available in person only, while others are available online only. Check the labels on the left-hand side of the main menu to see who is available to meet in what mode, noting that we try to start with those available for in-person sessions. Available appointments, as I mentioned, are those white rectangles, while appointments that other students have already signed up for are marked blue. To schedule a session, click on any available slot that matches your preferred time and mode, answer the questions, and save the appointment. Know that you can edit your appointment, so if you want to save it quickly and come back later, add more detail once you know more about your assignment, feel free to do that. Once your appointment's successfully saved, that slot should now appear to you as like a yellow gold color when you're back on the main page. For in-person sessions, we ask that you try to come about 5 minutes early to check in. A staff member will help, and if you can, either bring 2 copies of your draft or ask someone at the front desk to help you print it out. For an online appointment, I'd also suggest logging in 5 or 10 minutes before the start time. On the main schedule, you'll click that yellow gold appointment box to open the appointment form. You'll scroll down and click the red Start or Join Online Consultation text link. Once you're in the consultation window that pops up, you'll cut and paste the document you're working on into the workspace and wait for your consultant to join the session. If you're planning on a video audio session, make sure you've given your browser permission to access your camera and microphone. If no open slots match your schedule, you can also add yourself to the waiting list by clicking the waiting list date link at the bottom right corner of every day's schedule. You'll receive an email or text notification if a spot opens up, and then you can log back in and reserve the appointment. To request written feedback, look for the drop-down menu in the middle of the scheduler's main page. Select written feedback, and then click on today's group appointment. The pop-up window will direct you to upload your paper as a Word document. Make sure that you include your assignment instructions, revision goals, questions, and deadlines. If your document is longer than 6 double-spaced pages, please identify a specific section you'd like the consultant to focus on. You will receive your feedback as an email attachment in about 3 to 5 days. To view your feedback, open the document in MS Word on your computer, not your mobile device, and make sure that comments and track changes are visible. Since our consultants use the track changes function, sometimes if you open it in a different version of Word, those comments will be hidden, so you want to make sure you're enabling them. If you requested a video response, the consultant should also include a Zoom link and password in the introductory comment, which you can click to watch their video. To prepare for a one-to-one session, we recommend scheduling your appointment enough in advance that you have time to draft beforehand and to leave enough time afterwards to revise. You want to put into practice what you learned. I'd suggest locating copies of your materials ahead of time, including your assignment prompt, your instructor's feedback, and drafts or notes that you've started to write. You can visit the center at any stage in the process though, so don't worry if you don't have a draft yet. Before the session, take some time to read through your writing, either what you're working on now or something you've already received feedback on this semester. Identify what you feel are the strongest parts, along with a few goals or areas you'd most like to work on. If you have specific questions about the assignment or expectations, ask. The more you can tell us about the goals for your writing, the better. About a few of our policies, you can have at most 2 writing center sessions per week across all one-to-one services, which includes online sessions, in-person sessions, and written feedback. And you can only have 1 appointment per day. You can attend as many workshops as you'd like, though. They do not count towards that 2 sessions per week cap. We ask that you arrive on time and be prepared to work actively through your session, by which I mean, don't try to schedule an online session when you're commuting or at work or otherwise occupied, because you're going to need to be available for a conversation with the consultant. If you're running late, please email us or call us. We'll hold your appointment for 10 minutes, but if you're more than 10 minutes late, we'll cancel the appointment and offer the slot to another student. You can cancel a session up to 1 minute before the appointment time, so feel free to make an appointment and cancel it last minute if you're not sure whether you'll be able to attend. For more information on our policies, visit our FAQs page. We're generally open Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., Fridays, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., and Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Saturdays, I should note, we're online only. Monday through Friday, though, we have both in-person and online support available. And if you have any other questions, please email us at writing.center@baruch.cuny.edu. And I hope to see you at the Writing Center soon.